Good evening, Leroy. How you doing?
Good. How are you, my friend?
Oh, not too bad. It's been a really busy couple of days. Really busy couple of days. Because we had baseball district on Monday. That the game I did not get home until like 20 of midnight. That's always nice. And then yesterday was election day here, which thankfully was not as late as I've had some of them. But as you know, election day is a busy day. And then today we had our boys basketball banquet as well. So it's been a busy week here.
I had a playoff softball game yesterday, and I'll tell you, I've gone to this place to call softball before, and I've had to call it from. I went with a buddy of mine before, and they have a big media center. And I told my buddy before, I said, "Hey, go up to the press box and go see if we can call from up in the press box." And he went up there and he came back downstairs. He goes, "Oh, no, we're not allowed to. We're not allowed to." And I went, "Okay, whatever." And so we set up. This is last year. And we set up right next to the visitor dugout because that was the only place that had a plug-in. So all you heard during the whole game was just the other team and fans.
The chants.
And it was annoying. So this year when I got there, it was just me. And so I was running late because I had some issues yesterday. And so I was already in a crabby mood because the game started at 6:30. And because of some issues that I had going on, I didn't get there until 6:02. And so I was already irritated because I was running late. And so I run in there and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go up there and go see if I can just call the game from up there. And so I go up to the press box and I go, "Hey, is it?" And I start to talk and I realize there's just one person up there. The press box is the size of my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's huge. And so I say, "Hey, are you all right if I just call the game from up here?" And he's like, "I'm all right with it, but you're gonna have to check with my AD." I said, "All right, who's your AD? And he goes,
"Well, he's at the baseball field."
Right.
Yeah.
She's down there. I'm like, "Okay." So I have to go downstairs and I go, and she goes, so I go down there and I said, "Hey, I'm Taylorville Broadcasting. Can I call the game from your press box?" And she goes, "Well, where are you going to do it at?" And I sat there for a brief moment and I thought in my head, what do you mean? Where am I going to call the game at? I'll find a corner. I'll be out of your way. Give me a corner somewhere. I promise you. So she's like, and you could tell that she just seemed kind of exasperated by the question.
Mm-hmm.
And finally she was just like, "Ugh, I don't care." Like she wanted to be anywhere else in the world other than dealing with Chatham. Chatham is where I called the game at. Chatham has produced at least 7 Major League Baseball players. Okay. They have one of the best programs in all of baseball and softball. They're going to kill, and they were going to play whoever won. They're going to kill whoever wins. It doesn't matter. Okay. So it seemed that it doesn't matter, right? Like she just seemed like she wanted to be anywhere else than dealing with 2 scrub softball teams that didn't matter. So I said, "Thank you. I appreciate it. Awesome." So I go back up there and I was very, very, very aware that it was just me and 2 other people in this room and that they could hear every single thing that I was saying in my broadcast. Every mistake, every single word that I said, it felt like and I had already had a fairly bad day, and I was late. And so it was just one of those things where everything was amplified. So I was already just in a crabby mood, and the team was playing awful. So it was just one of those things where it was just like, all right, Leroy. And then like I felt like I needed to be quieter. Just because I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. So it was just one of those things where I felt like I was calling a softball golf game, where I was like, "And good evening. Welcome to Taylorville Softball. We're excited to be bringing you this action as Taylorville takes on Charleston."
Okay, Jim Nance.
Right. It was such an anti of what a normal game would be for what I call. I just don't call games like that. And so I was off my cadence, I was off my rhythm, and it was just a frustrating. And yet, by the time we got to the 6th and 7th inning, because of the breaks that we had, I was able to come.
Which innings?
The 6th and 7th.
6, 7 innings? Wow, interesting.
I'm not saying that.
I heard the commotion behind you, so I felt like I had to drop it in there a little bit, right?
I was actually able to kind of break down the walls a little bit and get a little bit more comfortable with it. But it was just one of those things where it was a long day, and I had already called 2 games. I had called the tournament over the weekend for UIS. That was an absolute. It wasn't a disaster, but it's been a really long week, and I'm over baseball right now. I'm so over baseball, and it's just one of those things where it's like there were 51 runs scored on Sunday in 2 games. And I was just, by the time I got to the 8th and 9th inning of the second game, I was just like, I don't care who wins. Just somebody get an out, please.
See, you're reminding me of something, and I've probably told this story on this podcast before, but it's probably been a while, of like Pressbox issues and so on. So we were at a school locally, and this is all the way back, I think this was 2019 football. And this was, I think, if my memory's right, the first football game we were debuting video. So I'm already a little stressed because we're doing something we'd never done before. We were still really new into doing what we're doing. So, I emailed the AD ahead of time, said, hey, we're coming. Yeah, you're good. Whatever. I'll have a spot matched up for you there. So we get there, and there is a piece of paper sitting at a spot in their press box that says, Grayson County Radio or whatever it is. Perfect.
Yep.
So I go there. I set up. We're doing everything. It's fantastic. And we go on, let's just say it was at 6:30. That probably would be the time that we would have gone on. I would assume it would have been a 7 o'clock game. Probably like 6:10, 6:15, their PA guy comes in. And he looks at me, and he goes, what are you doing here? I'm like, Grayson County Radio guy. He goes, you can't be here. Said, and I pointed at the sign. I was like, yep, we can.
Promise I can.
Yep. I was like, we can. He goes, no, you have to sit up outside. And I'm like, nope. Because their little outside area was probably 6 feet wide, and it was for both coaching staffs and video. So what he does is he goes, yeah, you need to sit up outside. I was like, no, we're allowed to sit up right here. And he looks at me, and he goes, I know you. You talked the whole game. And it was for like the first time in my life, I was like dumbfounded. I was like, yeah, that's my job. I do talk the whole game.
I hate to do that.
Yeah, and he calls the AD up, and the AD, if my memory is right, was like an assistant football coach. So he's down on the field trying to get everybody like warmed up for his team, and he has to come up and deal with this. And he comes up, he's like, what's the problem? And he goes, he's not supposed to be here. And he goes, yes, he is. And then he just walks out. And the AD or the PA guy goes, what? And he ends up coming up to me later on, and he goes, hey, I'm sorry. I just get a little when people get in my space. I was like, you're good. And what's funny is this guy and I now are, we're friendly, and we'll talk to him. And I don't know. And I probably should, if I see him again, bring it up to him to see if he remembers this interaction.
Remember that time we met? Remember? Yeah.
And my guess is he probably has no recollection of it either, but because he's a super nice guy, and it was just one of those. But I will never forget you talked the whole game. It's like, man,
I'm just telling you, I was just so aware that they could hear every single thing. And normally I can just get into my zone of calling a game and not worry about what's next to me, right? We call our football games, and there's maybe 6 or 7, I said it, 6 or 7 people in the booth, and it's no big deal, right? Like, it's fine, I don't know. For whatever reason, this game, I was just very, very painfully aware that it was just me, the athletic director, and the public address announcer, and that was it. And it was just one of those things where they could hear every single thing that I was saying.
Our game on Monday. So at softball, we sit up really close to home plate. We're right behind home plate to where we're probably, Steven can back me up here, 10 feet from the umpire. And usually we have a pretty good relationship with the umpires. Since I've been doing softball games, standing back there for so long, we've gotten to know them. They'll come over and they'll chat. And one of them, he always comes over and says something to us. And he goes, "You're not allowed to say anything negative about me." I said, "Do I get one? Just one?" He says, "Okay, you can get one." And I said, "Can I use my one and just do this and just tap my head if I think you miss a call?" So what's funny is in softball, we have a camera that is on that. So there was one moment where I think he did miss one. But I mean, listen, when however many pitches you see in a game, 200, 250 pitches, to only get one wrong is pretty good. And just tap the helmet or something. And it was funny. Steven was letting him have it behind it. But on Monday, I was close for baseball, and our home plate umpire, it wasn't his best performance. We'll just say that. My issue was, and we've talked about this a lot, it was just a little inconsistent. And where my angle was, is I was at an angle to where I could see up and down, but couldn't necessarily see inside or outside. But I would just see, like, there would be pitches that he would call it the neck and call it a strike, and then he'd call it below the shin, like almost the ankles. And I was like, that's tough. And I was like, I got to be careful. I'm a little close to him. Last thing I want is him to point at the radio guy. I heard enough from you. Hit the showers. And which would have been probably a fun way to leave at Edmonson County High School. Steven, I'd had to call Steven. He'd had to get me a police escort out of there or something. He's got the connections down there, but kind of funny.
UIS won their first two games, and all they needed to do was win one on Sunday. That was it. They just needed to win one game on Sunday. They had rain all day on Saturday, and so their game got rescheduled from Saturday to Sunday. That was perfect. And then I bumped my. Their game got rescheduled. Their game got rescheduled from Saturday to Sunday because of the rain. And so they jumped up to a 9-3 lead at the end of the third. And it felt like, all right, cool. I can work one game and go home. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. Wishful thinking. They just could not. Their pitching fell apart. They brought in this relief pitcher, and he just 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up. And all of a sudden it was one run here, one run there, a couple runs there. And next thing I know, it's tied in the 8th inning. And they hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning and put them up 11-9. And UND walked them and picked up a win 11-9. Okay, fine. So we've got another game coming. Well, we've used up almost all their pitchers. We'll take them in the next game, right? They jumped out to a 9-1 lead at the end of the second inning. So that game, it was UIS that was chipping away at the 9-1 lead. They ended up losing 17-14 in that second game. The wind was blowing out. And it was just one of those things where anything that was hit up in the air, it was like, that's going out. But the thing with those is it felt like every 7 pitches, there was a new pitcher that was brought in. Oh. And it was just.
And in college, there's no pitch clock or, there's.
There is.
There's no, I guess, there's no limit on the amount of times. Like, there's no 3-batter limit.
Correct. And
so you see loogies still.
Correct. So there is a pitch clock, but they pitched 7 pitchers. They had starters that were coming in and pitching at the end. And it was just, by the time you get to your 7th and 8th pitcher coming in, you're just like, guys.
I almost sent you to come in and pitch.
Well, and I joked with my broadcaster. I was just like, you going to go in there and pitch at this point? But I think that's one of the things I just got a little frustrated with is, that second day, that day on Sunday, I only got to broadcast like 3 innings. I got to do color for the whole time. And I just wish I could have done a little bit more play-by-play. It was okay. It was all right. It's just, I just got so tired by the end of that game. And by the time you get to the 8th and 9th inning, that you're just like, let's go, please. Let's go. And I don't normally get tired from baseball. Like I'm all right. I mean, this is our sport. We love that sport. But holy cow, man! By the time it was the second out of the 9th inning, I was just like, I don't even care at this point. Let's go.
See, so Monday, Grayson played the second game of a doubleheader. So the first game was at 5:30, second game was at 7:30. In the first game, one team gets out to a 10-0 lead after 3 innings.
Yep.
And Mercy Rule is up by 10 after 5. So we're thinking, hell yeah, we're going to start on time. This is great.
Yep.
10-1, 13-4, like 14-6 or something. And it just never could get there. And it ended up being like 15-11 game. We didn't start till an hour late, so I didn't get
Isn't that annoying?
Especially for a game you don't care about. Yeah.
They're up by a certain point. Just get that last run. Just get that.
Nope. And they strand the bases loaded, and 3 straight strikeouts, or something when they'd been hitting the ball all over the place. It's wild. This is obviously, though, a pretty big week, right?
Yes, this is
It is the Paul Reeves trip north.
Paul Reeves tour, the summer of Paul.
Yeah, right. So he is going to be making it up here on Friday. Our hope is, and Paul, we haven't really talked about this yet. Well, I guess we talked a little bit about it. I don't know that weather's going to allow for it, but we are planning to hopefully go to the Bowling Green Hot Rods game Friday night. Weather does not look great. And as I told Paul, and you can back me up here on this, Leroy, the field at Bowling Green Stadium, not necessarily the greatest drainage.
Correct. Part of that's the cave system problems.
So, and since Leroy's not there to pull the tarp, they struggle with that, I think. Did you ever have to pull? Did you have to pull the tarp?
I did not. They were always afraid Tarp Monster was going to get me, so I never had to do it.
If I had a video of you getting eaten by the Tarp Monster, I would probably just play it nonstop. It would be the funniest thing I've ever watched in my entire life. Probably the biggest thing is they think you'd get hurt in doing it. You'd tear your shoulder, you'd throw out a knee, you'd do something, and they didn't want to have that liability on them or something. But so Friday night, we're hoping to do that. And then Saturday, we do have a tee time scheduled up at the golf course. I talked to one of the assistant basketball coaches, played it over the weekend, and I was a little worried because it's been really dry here. Really dry. I was like, how bad a shape is it in?
And he said, expected to be better. Weather on Saturday is expected to be better.
It's supposed to be a little rainy. We might be dodging some showers here at least, but he said it's just really dry on the golf course. So, Paul, I don't know what kind of shape the golf course will be in, but we'll figure something out. The worst part about this, though, is that one Steven Smith can't be there.
Oh.
So Steven leaves Friday to go to Gatlinburg for Hannah, his daughter, to play some basketball, and won't be back until Sunday evening. So we won't get Paul won't get to meet Steven. Which stinks. I'm disappointed too, Steven.
Basketball. Basketball comes and goes, man, but Paul Reeves,
right?
I mean,
it stinks. We would have liked to have you join us, Steven. We'll just send you pictures as we're sitting in the pouring rain at Bowling Green Stadium and doing that. Yeah, the golf course. We're not playing at Augusta by any stretch, Paul, but I'm sure you've played worse courses in the world we're playing at the beautiful Lafayette Golf Course in Falls of Rough,
Kentucky. Bring your eraser, Paul. You'll be good. Just bring your eraser.
My goal, I think I was telling Steven this, is if I break 120, I am like, I will be as thrilled as anybody if I break 120, considering that this will be the first time I have swung a golf club in 5 years. It is first time since I hurt my knee. It's going to be.
Don't wear him out. I need him to be able to walk on Sunday. You can't be wearing him out completely. Listen, I need him.
Paul's probably going to go in there and shoot like a 67 or something. And that's the thing. Like Paul and I could, because sometimes when you get on the golf course, you'll put some money on it or you'll put a bet. I don't know that there's an amount of shots he could give me that would make me feel like, hey, I can do this. Yeah. Paul, you could give me. You could give me 50 shots, Paul, and I don't know that I'd be willing to say that I'd put any semblance of money or a beer on it or whatever it is.
I need him to walk about 3 miles on Sundays, so I need him healthy.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about me. Like, shoot. This will be the first time. Like, I do a lot of walking and so on, but this will be the first time, really, since I had my injury, what was it, 4 years ago, that I've really tested, just because that's a lot of different movement too on my knee. So I'll have like my brace on and all of that, and that's going to be I'm intrigued by how long I can do it. And I've always had back issues too. And usually by about hole 14 is when my back starts bothering me because I'm a 95-year-old man. So we'll do it. But hey, because when I was looking at the golf course, it was like $40 to play 9 or $45 to play 18. And I told Paul, I was like, well, hell, I mean, for $5, like, even if we play 13 holes and say, screw this because it's pouring rain or the course is awful or something, $5 is worth, playing the 5 extra holes or whatever it is. But I'm sure we'll power through and finish it up 18 where Paul beats me. So there you go. How many shots does Paul beat me by?
15.
Oh, over. I mean, Paul, what's an average round of 18 for you? An average round of 18 at your average just municipal course. I mean, I think the over-under is 50.
Yeah?
I think it might be.
I think you're giving yourself you're too hard on yourself.
No.
I think you're better than you give yourself credit for.
I haven't swung a club in 5 years. And I was trash.
It's like riding a bike, man.
Yeah, but I was awful when I played it often. 84 or less. Okay, so maybe Steven says he's taking the over at 50. So that would mean I'd have to shoot
35.
That means I'd have to shoot a 134. I think I can do that.
I'll go 35.
I think I can do that. I think I could break. So, because what's a 134 divided by 18? What is that? 134 divided by 18 means I'd have to get a 7.5 on every hole. I can do that. Absolutely. If I hit a par, I'm gonna freaking lose my mind. Probably. If I get a birdie, I might just quit. That's my luck. I'm gonna birdie the first hole, and it's just gonna go downhill from there. Too bad you weren't out there because I feel like we would probably be pretty even to play. Like we'd actually be able to play for quote unquote money and not have to give each other shots.
Right.
That'll be a challenge. But you mentioned it is the Indy 500 on Sunday, right?
Correct. And if we I know we don't normally do our Indy 500. We don't do Indy for our picks, but because Paul and I will both be there, I would kind of like to do a pick. I would kind of like to do a pick for this week. Yep. And I've got the entry list up for us, but yes, honey, yes, I'm doing something. Do you see me doing something?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Steven, I'm not birdieing one, no question. I'd say it's probably relatively average, Paul, as far as length of it. Like here, while Leroy's talking, I'll pull up the yardage on it.
So it's Indy 500 week this week. The Indy 500 has been. This is the 110th Indy 500 that's been run. They had qualifying last week, and actually they have been pretty healthy on their practices. They haven't had any accidents at all until Monday. They had a huge crash. They were trying to get some practicing in before the storms came in. Alex Rossi got a little bit loose in turn 2. His car swung around, caught the very, very back end, and slammed into the wall fairly hard. Pato O'Ward hit him and crashed really, really hard. Took out Romain Grosjean, and all three of those drivers went pretty hard. Romain Grosjean and Pato O'Ward were both seen at medical, and they were both cleared. However, Alex Rossi had a loose bone in his ankle that he needed to have surgery on, and something going on with his wrist as well. He was seen in a boot. He is expected to race in the Indy 500. He qualified second, but there is questions on whether he or not. He says he wants to race in the 500, and it's almost like an athlete, right? Like if it's game day, they're like, no driver is going to say, I'm not going to race, right? No football player is going to say right before the Super Bowl that they're not going to play unless the doctor is like, you can't play. So these guys are going to say they're healthy until the doctor says, absolutely not. You're not going to race. You're not going to play in the game. So we'll see what happens. They have a big practice on Friday. It's called Carb Day. It stems from back in the day when they actually had carburetors in their car. They don't obviously anymore, but they still go through the traditional practices of that. They also have a big, the Oscar Mayer, wiener race. They have a big the Oscar Mayer wieners are gonna do the races this year as well. But yes, that was a pretty big significant wreck that happened on Monday. But we're excited for the race. There is some weather that's expected to come through, but it's not supposed to come through until later in the afternoon. So we're hopeful that they can get the race in time before the rain comes through. So we're excited.
Paul, to answer your question, I don't think we'll play from the tips, but if we play from the blues, you're looking at just the front nine: 403, 290, 374, 399, 159, 481, 337, 152, 41. So it's not short by any stretch, but for the full 18, it's 63.15 for the 18 from the blue tees. Unless we're going to play from the tips, and then in that case, I'm shooting a 180.
Pro hit a drive 323. I'm lucky if I get one shot that goes 200 yards, man.
I'm lucky if it goes 200 feet. Yeah, definitely not short. Definitely not short. See, because the last time I played there was a scramble. And it was a scramble for the golf team. And I know they did all of the things. And I remember one of the holes, like you could pay $50 or whatever to donate to the team, and you could tee off from the ladies' tees that time. But the wild card to tee off from the ladies' tees was you had to wear a skirt in the process. So they had like grass skirts. So there we were shooting from the grass tee, or from the women's tees with our grass skirts on or something. Hey, whatever works, right? Whatever works. It was maybe the worst $50 I've ever spent in my entire life. But hey, I guess it went for a good cause, right? Went to a good cause. Something like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you all getting to enjoy that on Sunday. Maybe I'll watch. See, the best part though is that when you were just naming all of those guys, you could have made up most of those names, and it's not like any of us would have had any idea.
I know, but one out of every 1,000 Americans will be at that race, which I find fascinating. I absolutely find fascinating.
That it's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. You got your player for today?
I do. Let's go ahead and get started with some of our stuff. And listen, we're working on getting all this stuff. Like I said, I told Paul last week, we'll be leaving. We'll be leaving at 5:30 in the morning on Sunday. The race doesn't start till the race. Actually, the gentlemen start your engines does not start till 12:30. But we'll be leaving at 5:30 because if you leave any later than that, it takes us about an hour. If there's no race, it takes us about an hour to get from where we're staying to the track. With regular traffic, it takes about an hour. On race day, even if we leave at 5:30, it'll still take us about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there. If we leave at 5:30.
And Paul, one thing you'll need to keep in mind too when you're considering is that, at least for me, I do live in Central Time, so it's an hour behind. So I guess if you're leaving at 3:30, I'm assuming you're thinking Eastern Time. That'll be 2:30 Central Time. That'll be an early morning.
Ooh.
That'll be an early morning.
Well, I'll get you into your seat and you can take a nap.
Okay.
We're excited though. It'll be a lot of fun. All right. Get our player for today. We got a couple players to get through here this morning or this evening. What am I doing? My goodness. All right. Y'all know this is how this works. When I give you a player, all you got to do is tell me who he is. 3-time All-Star. He's not playing anymore. 3-time All-Star, 2-time World Series winner, and an ALCS MVP. Or the number 36, 16, 33, 3, 16, 21, 33. Guy played for a while.
That's a lot of different teams, too.
Mm-hmm. Paul, I need you to understand how absolutely excited I am to have you coming with, man. I am so freaking excited, dude.
Got to pay up on the bet, right? Should have done it this year, Paul. You were 1 year too early. 1 year too early. Because if you'd have done it this year, Leroy would be going to Lambeau in a Rodgers jersey. Okay, go on.
Pitcher, left-handed, 6 foot 387 pounds, born May 20th today, 1963, turned 63 years old today from Torrance, California, was drafted by the Blue Jays in the second round of the 82 draft from Point Loma High School. He went to where he played high school ball.
Okay.
He's drafted by the Blue Jays. And you can now pick all that up.
No,
Since you want to make a mess.
no, it actually followed.
Did she just pour 67
point still
things on here?
stands. Huh?
Was it 6 or 7 things that she spilled?
She spilled 67 markers.
Nice. Okay, go on. I don't know on this. Yeah.
53 WAR, 239 wins, 157 losses, 4.13 ERA, 660 games, 489 games started, 13 saves, 3,439 innings pitched, 2,200 strikeouts, and a 1.266 whip.
Paul guesses Mulholland.
Okay, it's not Terry Mulholland.
And Steven's
It's
guessing
not Steve.
Sheeb.
I don't know
any
who that
guess
is.
here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, next.
Toronto, Detroit, Cincinnati, Baltimore, New York, Toronto, Chicago White Sox, the Yankees, San Diego Padres, Boston Padres, and the Dodgers.
Pitch for the Reds. So he retired in 07?
Yep.
Oh, so this guy was old. Pitch for the Reds. Yeah, because it's not Jamie Moyer, is it?
It's not. It is not Dave Stewart.
Pitch for the Reds in 85?
Pitch for the Reds in 95.
Oh, so he was on that good team in 95. Oh gosh.
It came via a trade. So he was with the Tigers for the first part of 95 and then got traded to the Reds midway through the year. So he came halfway through the year, Sam.
Yeah, I wasn't alive yet, so
let me know
it's
when
not
you
like
want a hint.
Pete Harnish. But he was on the later teams. Give a hint.
Yeah, let me know when you want a hint.
Yep.
He pitched a perfect game for the Yankees.
No, David Wells, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I would have never gotten that without that hint.
Yep, Dave Wells.
Yeah, I would have never gotten it without that hint. I don't even know that I knew that he was a Red.
No.
How many
not a
games did he
chance.
pitch with the Reds?
Can't imagine it was that much. You want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now while you're going on to the next page.
All right. 3-time All-Star, 2-time World Series MVP.
18,
With number
11
18.
games with the Reds, yeah.
Okay. With number 18, his whole career looks like he spent time with the Rays, A's, and Cubs. And maybe a couple other teams too.
Is he known as a Cub or is he known as a Ray or?
Rays and Cubs.
Okay. Joe Madden.
Nope.
Okay, go on.
Second baseman, right fielder, shortstop, born May of 81, drafted by the Astros, 6th round of the draft from Dallas Baptist University, went to high school in Eureka, Illinois.
Is this Sobrist?
Yeah.
DBU is what gave it away.
What did?
DBU, Dallas Baptist.
Oh, okay. Cool. 44 WAR, 5,880 hits, 5,880 at bats, 1,500 hits, 167 home runs, 116 stolen bases. Tampa Bay Devil Rays and the Rays, Oakland Royals for half a year in the Cubs.
Ben Zobrist.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, there you go. Paul says he wouldn't have gotten him either. Since we're getting ready to do our bracket, and that's going to take a little bit of time, I say we skip play clock again. But I want to give one to you and to everyone that has been a topic on KSR over the last week. So we're not going to do a play clock. I just want it to be just a group discussion on this. They do keep getting smaller, Steven. It's either they get smaller or we get older. I'm not sure. Could be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Not really sure. So someone someone called into KSR. I think this was late last week, and he goes, guys, I have a wild hypothetical for you. And they're like, okay, what's your hypothetical? And he says, let's say when you're sitting at home tonight, someone breaks into your house, okay? But all they do is come in and they tickle you for 1 minute, and then they leave. Do you call the police after they leave? So all they do is they break into your house and they tickle you for 1 minute, and then they leave. Do you call the police? Because if you call the police, what are you going to tell them? Hey, he broke into my house and started tickling me?
There's a man breaking into my house and he won't stop tickling me.
Paul says he's getting shot. Okay. I guess that's one way to do it. That's one way to handle it.
Christy.
Well, you're
if somebody breaks into your house and my body would be just
But would you call the police? Let's say like gun is not like an option or whatever. Would you call the police?
I wouldn't. Nah.
Yeah.
Because I just love that somebody's listening on the scanner and they hear, we got to go to the Clamola household. He just got tickled.
He does.
It depends if it's
and
a
Doug
hot
says if it's a hot lady.
Christy says she would call the police. I don't know. They just talked about that, and it's been like an ongoing topic now on the show because nobody really knows. Like, it was just such a wild question. Oh, now she changed her mind, saying she wouldn't call the police. Paul says, I'm not really that ticklish either. It's just was one of the weirdest questions that's ever been asked, and I didn't really know how to respond to it. Alrighty. Time now for the next round of our best toy bracket. So we started this 2 weeks ago, and now my computer is deciding that it wants to be slow. Nope, you go over on this side. With the round of 64, and now we are down to 32. So we are down to the best 32 toys of all time. London, your mother says you need to go to bed.
Okay.
Dad, do you agree? No comment.
I've been saying go to bed for the last, yes.
So if you are watching with us, it is this simple. We want you to vote with Leroy and myself, and whoever gets the most votes will advance this toy to the next level. Now, and I think you agree with this. This is, best toy, not even necessarily that you played with, but you're trying to think of the most influential toys of all time.
Correct.
So like
Correct.
Barbie.
It's not necessarily you playing with it.
Like Barbie. We didn't play with Barbie, but it's tough to disagree that Barbie was super influential. Okay. Your first matchup today. Are you ready? The Super Soaker against Matchbox Cars. Super Soaker against Matchbox Cars. I've thought about this one a lot, but I think I know where I'm voting. Where are you going first?
Influential's got to be Matchbox Cars because of their longevity and because of the amount of influence that they've had. Now, I understand. I get it. Super Soakers, fantastic. But you only play with Super Soakers during the summer. So I'm going with Matchbox Cars.
I'm going with the Super Soaker, and here's why. Because when I think of cars, what brand do you think of? Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
When I tell you water gun, what do you think of? Super Soaker.
Super Soaker.
So they run the brand. So because of that, I have to vote for Super Soaker because they're number one in the brand. But we have right now 3 votes for the Matchbox Cars, 2 votes for the Super Soaker. Like, this is one I'm not mad about, but I have to vote for the Super Soaker because they run this. Yeah, see, like Paul's right. Hot Wheels is the king. And Super Soaker's the king of the water gun. So that's why I vote for the Super Soaker, but it looks like I have been outvoted Christy and myself, and Matchbox cars will advance. No, Matchbox is a different brand. I mean, I'm right in that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Matchbox is like the...
Yes, Matchbox actually... So Matchbox came first before Hot Wheels, and they got their name because they were small enough to fit inside a Matchbox. That's how they got their name. Was they were put inside a Matchbox.
So Paul has changed his vote. He's going now with a Super Soaker. So what is that? That is 3 votes for the Super Soaker and 2 votes for the Matchbox. So the Super Soaker, and nope, Super Soaker supersedes that because it was 3-2 Matchbox, and now Paul's switched his vote. So it'll go Super Soaker will advance to the next round. Your next matchup. Oh boy. Cabbage Patch Kids against WWE action figures. I didn't play with either of these dolls. But I'll vote for the Cabbage Patch Kids because I think it probably was a little bit more influential.
So I need you to understand, there were in 1983, there were 3 million Cabbage Patch Kids that were sold. In 84, there were over 20 million that were sold alone in that year. Now there have been over 140 million sold now. It's wild to think about that. What's funny about this, and Sam, you'll appreciate this story. My grandma got me a Chicago White Sox Cabbage Patch Kid when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And my mom or my dad, I don't remember who, was like, "Oh, it's White Sox. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you don't need to be playing with that because that's the White Sox, and we are Cubs fans, so that's fine. You don't need to be playing with that because that's the White Sox."
Are you voting Cabbage Patch Kids then?
No, I'm gonna go WWE action figures.
Wow. So that's a tie now. 3-3. So that means it's going to go to the coin flip. Cabbage Patch Kids is on top. WWE is on bottom. So Cabbage Patch Kids is heads. WWE is tails. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Flip a coin. And it says... it's not going to clear. It says heads. So that means Cabbage Patch Kids advances. I don't know why it didn't talk to me.
Okay.
But Cabbage Patch Kids advances. Okay, next up. Model car kits against Simon Says. Oh, gosh. Model car kits against Simon Says. Yeah, this is one I don't really have any opinion towards at all. I'll vote for the model car. Never really built many model cars, though. No. I wasn't good at that kind of stuff. Christy votes for Simon Says. Christy votes for the Simon Says.
Okay.
Doug votes for the model car, so it's 3-1 model car right now. This is one I don't feel great about either way.
Violet. Stop it.
Paul votes for the model cars so he can get high on the glue.
You ever see that 70s show episode where they get in trouble?
Steven also votes for model cars.
And so Paul, you ever see that 70s show episode where Red busts them all for doing marijuana, and so like he gives them all like activities, and Fez has the model car, and he goes, "Ooh, a model car with glue," and Red comes down and grabs the glue and walks off.
Next up, Rock'em Sock'em Robots against the Magic 8 Ball. Rock'em Sock'em Robots against the Magic 8 Ball. Yeah.
There was always one that was broken though. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Come here.
I don't know that I
Yeah.
ever had Rock'em Sock'em Robots though growing up.
I never did. It was always at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm. It's too violent for your household, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Steven's voting for the Magic 8 Ball. Christy
I
is
wasn't
voting for the
allowed to.
Magic 8 Ball. So we're tied right now at 2-2 between the
Wow.
Magic 8 Ball and the Rock'em Sock'em Robot. You seem disappointed in your wife there. Doug is voting for the Magic 8 Ball. Wow. I'm actually a little
I don't know why you
surprised on
picked the
this.
Magic 8 Ball. It never told you your future.
Okay. He is voting for robots. Is
It
Paul.
said
So
you
that
could
means,
marry a rich guy.
that means we're going to have to go to another coin flip here. I'm going to see if I do it this way, if it'll actually talk out loud.
Say you're going to marry
Okay,
a rich
so-
husband. Clearly, it lied to you.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots is heads. Magic 8 Ball's tails. Flip a coin.
It's tails this time.
Did you hear it?
I did. Tails.
Okay. Tails. That means the Magic 8 Ball advances. Wow. Tell you, the Magic
What a
8 Ball may
joke.
be a little bit of a Cinderella run. Next up, Transformers against Beanie Babies. It's got to be the Beanie Baby, doesn't it?
Beanie Babies.
Yeah. I mean, Beanie Babies, that's a
Yep,
Final Four
Beanie
team.
Babies.
I mean, that would be a number one seed if we
Yep.
seeded this. It would have to be. I liked Transformers. I didn't have many growing up, but the Beanie Baby is as. Did you collect them?
I had a few. I had some McDonald's ones, but I never had.
Are you
I mean,
too-
I only had
are you
a few
too
like
old for them?
real ones. Kind of, but not really. I just never
Mhm.
had a whole lot of them.
Beanie Baby advances
Stop it.
easily in this one. Next up, the Slinky against Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Ooh. I think I can probably move Hot Wheels forward here in this, but this is going to be setting up Hot Wheels against Beanie Baby in the next round. Ooh, boy.
That's disappointing.
That's a
That's
championship
disappointing.
matchup. That's a championship matchup right there, potentially. Steven is going to vote for the Slinky over the Hot Wheel. I respect it, Steven.
Oh, that's just because he's butthurt. That's because he's butthurt over the bird. That's because he's
Did-
butthurt over the bird. It's the only
you like-
reason he's picking Slinky.
Did you like me sharing that video yesterday?
Oh, speaking of which, I loved your post.
Wait.
Well, it just reminded me of one of the elite moments in sports history. Just a great moment. Great moment. Hot Wheels advances in this one. Next up, the handheld electronic football games / basketball, with the red dots and so on, against G.I. Joes. Handheld electronic football games against G.I. Joes.
Dude, I still have some of my California raisin figurines. I absolutely still have some of them.
Paul, we didn't have a
Absolutely.
Hardee's. We didn't have a Hardee's around me growing up. Until I came down here, I'd never been to a
handheld.
Hardee's. I'm going to vote for the handheld games as well. But Steven will vote for the G.I. Joe. Doug will vote for the G.I. Joe. Paul will vote for the G.I. Joe. Comment section going against us here. And it looks like the G.I. Joe
That's
will
fine.
advance to the next round. Thinks he had a Raisins glass or two, Steven says.
It's out of there. Stop it.
Okay, next up. I'm calling this one the Paul Reeves matchup. Are you ready for the Paul Reeves matchup of round number 2? Webkins
Taco Bell
against
versus White Castle.
Webkins against Squishmallows. Webkins against Squishmallows. It's Webkins. I mean, and
He's not
that
going to
is-
vote, first of all.
Yeah, he probably will.
He's not going to
abstain.
vote. First.
Or he's going to vote Squishmallows just to be against Webkins. I mean, Webkins, that is hitting, your late millennial, Gen Z early. That's their childhood right there. Is the Webkins was the Beanie Baby of the time, for us. And I'm sure my parents
Squishmallow.
have a container. Yeah, of course you're going to vote for that. Just to be against me, aren't you?
I-
To eliminate my toy.
No, my daughter's got some. My daughter's got some.
I'm sure the Webkins is going to get eliminated, which is going to be the wrong answer, but that's okay. That's okay. So we've got 3 votes for Squishmallow, 1 for Webkins.
Have you ever heard of Webkins?
What?
Have you ever heard of Webkins?
No, what's that?
See? So I'm
Again,
telling you.
I said it is
Squishmallows.
my age. It is my age group. It's my age group. Because you could play the video game online on the computer. Paul's voting for the Webkins. I respect it, Paul. Thank you. But that's going to make it 3-2. Squishmallows eliminates Webkins. That hurts. That hurts. Next up, Legos against the Nerf football.
I've seen these before.
Lego against the Nerf football is the next matchup up. Yeah, this is a tough one here. Legos against the Nerf football. Oh,
What is he on?
We're doing the most influential toys.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. Like
I'm gonna
Hi,
vote for the
guys.
Nerf football here. Hello.
Lego.
Mom said like, what is she on?
I
Why you just
played with Nerf a lot more than I played with Legos. And the football, we had many days with this. What did you vote
Get
for?
the cat back in the room.
What did you vote?
Lego.
Lego. That's a tie. 3-3. So that means it's going to go to a coin flip. I feel like this one deserves to go to a coin flip. Lego is on top, so Lego is heads and Nerf football is tails. Flip a coin.
Heads.
Heads. Lego advances. That hurts. The Nerf football is eliminated. Okay. Keeping things moving, trying to speed it up a little bit. Play-Doh against lightsabers. Play-Doh against lightsabers.
I hate it.
I'll vote for Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, but I hate it.
Made a nice mess, didn't it?
Like, gosh, I had the McDonald's play toy set because
I
I'm
had
old.
those. Yep.
Yes.
I agree with you, Paul.
Stop
The Nerf
losing
should have
the
won.
my
Play-Doh.
So it's magically opened.
Play-Doh is going to win here and eliminate the toy lightsaber. Okay, next up. Pogo stick against Power Rangers figures. The Pogo stick against Power Rangers figures. I don't feel great about either one of these.
I hate them both. Pogo stick, I guess. I don't care.
Yeah. I'll vote for the Pogo stick on this, but I was never a Power Rangers kid. My little brother was, but I was never a Power Rangers kid. Were you?
No. Gosh, no.
It's too violent for you to watch, probably, right?
No, I was too old, man. It looks so stupid.
Are you really older than Power Rangers?
Yeah.
And that's not me taking. That's
Yeah.
like legitimate. Like,
Hold on. No.
Pogo stick does advance here.
Power Rangers first year came out in 1990. So Power Rangers first year came out when I was 11. So I wasn't that old. I just never got into it.
Mm-hmm. I guess you were maybe a little bit too old for that. A little bit, but nothing that drastic. I wouldn't have had a guess on what year that came out. Next up,
it was stupid.
Your handheld games that you would always talk about, like your Madden game or whatever, against Mr. Potato Head. It's got to be Mr. Potato Head. It's got to be Mr. Potato Head. And you're voting for the
That's
handheld?
fine. I'll take my loss. That's fine. I'll take my loss.
So you're voting handheld?
I will go down with the ship.
Okay. Steven is voting for Mr. Potato Head.
You lost every single piece of a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah,
you
Kelly
lost every
Kapowski.
single. By the time you, thank you. Yes. Kelly Kapowski. Thank you. By the time you had Mr. Potato Head for a couple of weeks, you lost every single piece. Don't at me.
Maybe you did. I put it in his
lost.
butt. You open it up and you put it in his butt. Mr. Potato Head wins here and advances. Sorry, Leroy. It had a nice run.
You all had way better voice than I did, man.
Next up, oh boy. Oh boy. We got ourselves a tough one here. Nerf guns against Barbie. Nerf guns against Barbie. This is boy versus girl here. What did I play with more? Obviously, Nerf guns. But if we're talking about the best toy,
I gotta go Barbie.
It's hard to not vote for Barbie. I mean, they haven't made a Nerf gun movie yet. Christy votes for Barbie.
Shocker.
Doug votes for Nerf gun. Stevens vote for Nerf gun. They're trying to make it happen. Oh boy. Will Nerf gun maybe come in here? Are we maybe going to eliminate Barbie round 2? And Paul is going to vote for Barbie to eliminate the Nerf gun. I agree with you, Paul. I never did play with a Barbie, but it's hard to not vote for it. We got 3 more. 3 more. Next up, Micro Machines against Lincoln Logs.
Micro Machines.
The Micro Machine against Lincoln Logs. I agree. Micro Machines.
Had the whole army set, man.
Yeah, because it came in like the little case that you could close
And
up
had the whole Indy 500 set. Yeah,
Really?
you put the yes. Yep.
And it was always impossible to close because as soon as you flip it, they'd start falling out. Christy's going to vote for Lincoln Logs. Steven's going to vote for Lincoln Logs. Paul is very anti-Lincoln Logs. He votes for Micro Machines here. And Doug votes for Lincoln Logs, so we're going to have a coin flip here.
Boo! Y'all suck.
Wow. Micro Machines is heads. Lincoln Logs is tails.
I swear
Flip
I'm going to
coin.
quit the show. I'll walk
Heads
out.
this time.
I'll walk out.
Did you hear it?
It was heads.
It's heads. Micro Machines advances.
Yes! Let's go. I was going to walk
Lincoln
out.
Logs
I swear I was
eliminated.
going to walk out.
Man,
That's
if I
how I
would have
walk
known that, I should have just made it tails. Remote control cars against Tonka trucks. Paul's taking shots at you.
I don't want to talk about it, Paul. I don't want to talk
Brett's
about
won
it.
today.
I had fun at the race this weekend.
RC cars against Tonka trucks.
Man.
RC
I'm all
cars.
right with either of these. I'm all right with either of these. RC cars.
Steven's going with Tonka. Paul's going with remote control. Yeah, I think it's just got to be the RC car. I didn't have many of them. An RC car will win in advance here, but it was always fun. And the last matchup of the second round. Silly Putty takes on the Etch-a-Sketch. Silly Putty against the Etch-a-Sketch. I don't love either one of these.
No?
No. Where are you going?
That's a sketch.
I guess I'd vote Silly Putty. But
I don't know. Silly Putty's cool for like 20 minutes and then it loses. I'll go ahead and sketch.
yeah, but is the Etch-a-Sketch cool for more than 20 minutes?
Yeah. I'm telling you. Hold on. I'm going to say you something. Hold on.
Did you Buddy the Elf this? Okay, Etch-a-Sketch does advance here and advance to the next round. And I'm okay with that. I really have no strong opinion towards this whatsoever. All righty. That does channel our matchups for the I guess we're in the Sweet 16. So here are the Sweet 16 matchups that you get to look forward to on next week's show. You ready? You have the Super Soaker against Cabbage Patch Kids. Model Car Kits against the Magic 8 Ball. What a terrible matchup. Beanie Babies against Hot Wheels. G.I. Joe against Squishmallows. Lego against Play-Doh. Pogo Stick against Mr. Potato Head. Barbie against Micro Machines. And the RC Car against Etch-a-Sketch. That's what you get to look forward to on next week's show. As we're down to the best 16 toys of all time, apparently. Right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? You sent me something here. Is that you messaging me?
Yeah.
That is not you.
Yeah.
I clicked on Paul instead, and we're going to have Paul's stats of the week. Oh, you deleted it.
Yeah, hold on. I sent a better picture of it. Hold on. The first one I sent was awful.
Okay, I've seen these.
That's better.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. Paul's stats of the week. You ready for these? I forgot to do these a little bit earlier.
Yes.
So if you were to completely erase all of Hank Aaron's 755 career home runs, he would still have over 3,000 hits. He would still have over 3,000 hits. And Ichiro amassed exactly 3,089 hits during his MLB career. Combined with the 1,287 he recorded in Japan, he theoretically is the hit leader. Is he?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So you think Japan would count?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I absolutely do.
I dare you to go say that in the middle of downtown Cincinnati.
I'm good. I'm good.
What? Coward? Is that what you're
But
saying?
I do. But I do, though. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, that might get shot. Oh, so Hank had as much as Ichiro minus his home runs. Okay, I didn't put two and two together there, Paul. That's cool. I think Hank had probably a couple more home runs than Ichiro, right? Just a couple?
I think you're right.
Pete Stevens says Pete. How many home runs? I do not know this. So let's just play me and you. How many home runs did Ichiro hit in his career? And I'll look it up. In his MLB career.
In MLB?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even have the foggiest. My guess will be
84.
My guess will be totally
84.
wrong.
84 is my
totally
guess.
Wrong.
84 is my
I'm
guess.
gonna go 138. I'm gonna go 138.
138. Yeah, I literally have no idea on this.
I have no idea.
117.
Okay.
117.
All right.
Interesting. I would have had no idea on that. Paul was really close. 112. How about that? Good job there. Alrighty. You got your next game?
Yeah. Yep. You want what do you want next? Do you want tidbits, autographs, or name that
Oh, that's
price?
right. I forgot you got your tidbits there. Gosh, we're already running real long. We were running so long that I got messed up. I forgot Paul's stats because we were already working long. Go with what you want.
I know we're just way behind today. All right. We'll just go autographs. And then we'll go back and do some other stuff.
We're doing autographs again?
No, it's lineup. It's lineup. It's
Okay.
lineup. It's lineup. All right. All you gotta do is tell me what year the lineup's from. Hope I didn't mess it up. All right. Reds, Devil Rays. Adam Dunn, Jose Guillen, Ken Griffey Jr., Austin Kearns, Iron Boone, Sean Casey, Jason LaRue, Ray Almedo, Juan Castro, Paul Wilson is pitching. Taking on Marlon Anderson, Rocco Baldelli, Aubrey Huff, Ben Grieve, Toby Hall, Travis Lee, Jeff Leefer, Julio Lugo, Carl Crawford, and pitching Jason Standridge.
04.
So all you got to do is tell me what year this game was.
04. That's my guess.
Sam
Might
says
be
04.
04.
Steven says
07.
07.
Yeah, it's earlier than that. Jose Guillen is the one that's a wild card because I don't have much memory of Jose Guillen on the Reds.
Paul says,
Paul says
02.
And that might be right.
Doug says 05.
Because I don't know what year Adam Dunn came up. Casey came up in 99.
My hint for everyone is that this is the first lineup that the Reds ever played against the Rays.
Yeah. So it might be earlier. It might be like 2000. I'm gonna stick with 04. I'm gonna go. That was what my gut said. I think it's wrong, but I'll say 04. Might be 03.
And it was 03, Tuesday, June 10th of 2003 at 7:15 p.m. in front of 12,000 people at Tropicana Field. The Reds beat the Rays 4-2. Reds were 31-32. Rays were 22-40. It was the first time that these two teams ever faced off on a game 1 of 3 at Tropicana Field at 3 hours and 16 minutes. Pretty cool, if you ask me. All right, we've got our first real throwback. Here we go. Earl Combs, Joe Sewell, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Tony Lazzeri, Bill Dickey, Ben Chapman, Frankie Crosetti, George Pipgrass, taking on Billy Herman, Woody English, Kiki Kyler, Rick Stevenson, Johnny Moore, Charlie Grimm, Gabby Hartnett, Billy Hergus, and Charlie Root.
See, it's not my fault that you were at this game.
Now, what I will say about this game is this is the game where Babe Ruth supposedly called the shot. So all you got to do is tell me what year.
Is that like 23? Yeah, 23? 32.
Steven Smith says 32. Paul says 12.
And I'll split the difference and say 23.
Well, I'll tell you. Steven Smith is spot on.
Wow.
Saturday, October 1st of 1932 in Game 3 of the World Series in the first inning. Babe Ruth hit his first of 2 home runs. And no one knows for sure. Cubs were pretty cocky. No one knows for sure whether or not he did or not. Cubs are pretty cocky and arrogant. And Babe Ruth had been jawing. He was hurt. He wasn't feeling that well. He had a flu and had been drinking the day before. And motioned towards the Cubs journalists that were there were saying that Ruth pointed towards the Cubs dugout almost as if to say F off. That's really what Ruth was pointing to. Regardless, Ruth took the very next pitch, cranked it out towards center field, and hit a 2-run home run.
I didn't know you were there that day,
won
Steven.
7-5.
Do you know Steven was there that day, apparently? I didn't know that.
Oh, good. All
How
right,
many hot dogs did you eat for a
2017
nickel?
football team. Probably 3. All right, North Carolina quarterback. Baylor and Louisville wide receivers. Michigan State tight end. Rutgers fullback.
This is your boy, isn't it? Isn't this the Bears? Isn't this Mitch Trubisky?
Is it? Is it?
I'm pretty sure that's your
quick,
boy.
Man. That's cool.
2017 North Carolina.
That was quick. Is there any other North Carolina freaking quarterbacks?
You got Sam Howell and you got Drake May. But they weren't in 2017.
That is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I was going to say that is it. Holy crap, that is. All right,
and then there was a guy earlier than that. Yeah, it's Mitchell Trubisky. This is the 2017 Bears.
Yep.
Yep. And that's Devontae Parker, right? Is that right? The Louisville guy?
There you go. Kendall Wright, Josh Bellamy, Charles Leno, Josh Sitton, Cody Whitehair, Kyle Long, Bobby Massey, Deion Sims, Mitch Trubisky, Jordan Howard, and Mike Burton.
Terrible Bears team. My goodness.
They took first.
Were they bad?
They were first.
In the division?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I'm 90% sure they took first in the division that year.
Interesting. You got Bears legend Mike Glennon on the team there too.
Oh, he started like one. Oh no, they were awful. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They were.
I was gonna say. There's no way that team was good.
I'm sorry. They were awful. They were 5-11. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say there's
You're right.
no way that
They were
game was
awful.
good. Okay.
They were trash.
What's next?
All right. Yep. Let's get to some of the other stuff here. All right. Next up, we'll get. We might as well. Let's get to name that price, and I'll do tidbits afterwards. All right. We've got name that price. All you got to do is do our best. Your best Price is Right impression, and give me the closest price without going over. Without going over. That's the goal here today. Give me the closest price without going over. Where are we heading off to today? We are heading off to Lone Depot Park in whatever crazy, stupid name they've given them now in Miami. We're off to Marlins Ballpark. All right. You're going to have the machete, which is a 2-foot homemade flour tortilla, griddled on the flat top with melted mozzarella and cheeses, house marinated carne asada, smoky pepper sauce, salsa verde, and cilantro.
Somebody doesn't know his Spanish, does he? What kind of cheese is it on there? What kind of cheese is it?
Guajillo,
No,
and
Oaxaca.
And Oaxaca.
Let's try Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. Sure.
Guajillo. Yeah, you got Guajillo. Oaxaca.
Okay, fine. Whatever you say. But the machete.
And then mozzarella is the other one.
Soft serve ice cream in a helmet and a blue moon. That can be yours for the low, low price. Come on down. All you got to do is tell me what it is. Paul says 35.
33.
Sam says 33.
It's probably not a smart guess for playing Price is Right rules, but that's what my thing
$1,
put in there.
Bob.
Yeah, that's cheap.
$1, Bob.
Yeah, I said Sam Howell, Paul. You were right there.
I was trying to think of North Carolina quarterbacks. Doug says 40.
Yep, three are currently active, and it is those three that we had talked about. I'm looking here to see. Oh, TJ Yates. There's a name.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, TJ Yates. Paul, I'm sure you'll remember that. Paul.
All right. Everybody get their guesses in? I think that's it. I think everybody else left. Let me see.
Yep, go for it. Roll it.
46.50. 46.50. The machete's $26. Ice cream is $8. Blue Moon is $12.50. $46.50. The Stephen Smith once again comes out on top.
So if there's one thing we know Stephen Smith knows, it's food.
It's food.
Stephen knows his
All
food.
right, let's get to our tidbits here today. That'll be our last little game
and
show.
We'll have our NASCAR picks.
Oh, that's right. And then we're gonna pick. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do about Indy picks this weekend too. But yes. Okay. All right. Trailblazers have laid off a significant number of business side employees as part of a reorganization. Their new owner, Tim Dundon. Dundon has been criticized for cost-cutting measures since buying the team, including not even bringing two-way players on playoff road trips. Stupid Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers said Wednesday that the 2026 season will be his last of his career. Four-time NFL MVP signed a one-year contract worthy of up to $25 million with the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. Reuniting with Coach Mike McCarthy, his coach for 13 seasons with the stupid Green Bay Packers. Court filings reveal Brian Flores' lawyer served subpoenas to 25 NFL teams and served more than 1,000 discovery requests in an attempt to obtain league-wide hiring records and communications where he says he was discriminated against when it comes to hiring practices. Jason Kidd is out as coach for the Dallas Mavericks. Adam Foote and three assistants were fired by the Canucks on Tuesday after compiling a 25-49-8 record. This was Foote's first season as an NHL head coach. I'm going to ask, and I know we're not doing play clock or anything. Do coaches have too short of a leash in 2026 overall?
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul,
Probably.
Doug, what do you guys think? Do coaches Steven, do coaches have too short of leashes? Chiefs Rashee Rice has been sentenced to serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for the Devil's Lettuce in violation of the terms of his probation for his role in a crash that left multiple people injured in a Dallas highway 2 years ago. The Vegas Golden Knights have been stripped of their second-round pick in this year's draft, and new coach John Tortorella also received a $100,000 fine for flagrant violations of the NHL Stanley Cup playoff media regulations after they would not make the team available to the media. I'm just here so I don't get fined, literally. That was the whole reason why they got fined, was they would not be available for the media to talk to for interviews. The PWHL is bringing women's hockey to the San Francisco Bay Area by choosing San Jose, California as its fourth and final market during the league's latest round of expansion. The league also added franchises to Detroit, Las Vegas, and Hamilton, Ontario. Texas Tech football quarterback Brendan Sorsby, who has sought treatment for a gambling addiction, has filed for an injunction against the NCAA seeking his college eligibility for the 2026 college football season. Ronda Rousey turned back the clock on Saturday night after submitting Gina Carano in 17 seconds with an armbar submission. She then went to Facebook and left a huge, long page claiming that her fight was not rigged and that that everything was on the up and up after a 17-second fight. How many teams do you think are hitting under 240 so far this year in 2026 in baseball?
I saw this. What is it, like
Steven,
15 or
Doug,
16?
Paul,
Right?
how many teams do you think are hitting under 240? Sam
Yeah, I
got
saw
it
the
right.
stat.
It is
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
15 teams. And it is insane right now. How many teams? 15. So are pitchers getting better or are hitters getting worse? That's the question. Or is it both?
I think it's more the
Maybe
former.
both. The former?
Yes, I think it's pitchers.
Pitchers are getting better.
Yeah, I mean, look at Paul Skeens.
NBA. Go ahead.
I said, look at Paul Skeens.
Right. Yep. NBA Finals are set. Thunder Spurs. NBA semifinals. Sorry. Thunder Spurs, Cavs, Knicks. Who do you think's going to go and move on in that? Not that you care, but just give me your guess.
Knicks, Thunder win it all. Whoever wins Thunder Spurs is
Spurs
the
lead
NBA
1-0. Knicks lead 1-0. Who you got?
Correct. What I just said. Are we having a delay right now?
All right. And
Yeah, we must be.
yeah, that's the better matchup right there. And then in hockey, it's Colorado, Vegas, and then Montreal and Carolina. Colorado, Vegas versus Montreal, Carolina. What you got for that one?
Carolina wins it all. How about that?
What do you think for that one, Sam?
We're having some semblance of a delay right now.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm sorry. It was bad. All right. Well, I tried. It didn't work. It's okay.
Yeah, Paul, I didn't know they were still playing hockey either. All I know is that Carolina's really, really good, right? Isn't Carolina the best team?
They are.
Because they still haven't lost a game,
although
right?
Colorado will probably give them a pretty good run. Well, yeah. Yep. What, London?
On Friday, I have a parade.
I know. Okay.
So how about
We
for this,
have.
do we just want to do, because what are there, like 33 cars racing or something
What do
like
you
that?
think, Sam? There's 33 cars. Obviously, the closer you are, anybody has a chance of winning, obviously. Okay. But the closer you are to the front,
What
the better
about,
odds you have.
let's just
Okay?
do it.
And actually, this guy right here, this
So Steven is taking Ross.
here's the top 6 right here. Here's the top 6 right here. And then, yeah, these are the top 6 right here. What do you think?
How about this?
You want to pick any of those?
Let's do it this way. The first place gets 33 points, second place gets 32 points, and so on. How's that sound?
Okay.
It's the easiest way to do
Yep.
it. We'll
Yep.
just do it that way. I'm going to take, and then NASCAR races obviously in the Coke 600. I'm going to take Palou and Larson.
Okay.
Paul
right.
is going with, it's O'Ward, right? Or is it Ward? Pato?
Pato O'Ward, right here. This guy right here.
Okay, so Paul is picking O'Ward.
Stop it.
Leroy's picking Danica. Got you down there. Okay.
No.
And you're taking
I'm picking
Catherine
David
Legg
Lucas,
into
this guy right
NASCAR.
here.
What is his name?
No, I am not. I'm picking David Malukas, this guy right here.
Malukas?
Hey, get down. No,
Don't know who
ma'am.
that is, but we will just trust it.
Are you up here? Have you been climbing? Go up
Okay,
here.
so you've got Malukas. Who's your Coke 600 pick? And Paul, if you have a Coke 600 pick, drop it in there as well.
I'll go with Joey Logano.
Logano. Shout out to old John. Paul
I'm
will pick
sorry to
Byron in that. Doug, if you have a pick, let us know in the comments section. And anybody else that is tuned in with us can do that as well in the comments section. So Paul's picking William Byron in the Coke 600. So Doug, if you're still watching and would like a pick, if not, you can message to Leroy and he'll let me know. You just got to have it in by race time for it. Doug's taking the guy in the poll. Are you wanting the guy in? So he's taking Kyle Busch, and that is the guy I took, Palou, right? In Palou on the poll?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been really, really good.
And Palou. All righty. There you go. Those are your picks for this week's contests. And hey, Paul, looking forward to having you up here.
I saw that,
Steven,
Steven. The guy's betting on how many rings. I saw that.
Oh, yes, I've seen that.
I saw that.
Paul, looking forward to making your trip up here. It should be a really good time. Steven, I wish you could join us for it. But I'm sure you're going to have a good time, too, in Indy as well, Leroy.
Can't wait, man. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. It really is. It is quite the experience, honestly. Even if you don't like racing, it is quite the experience just because the people watching is half the fun. It's half the fun is the people watching. So we'll have a good time.
Americana
It'll be great.
at its finest, right?
Yes, 100%.
Appreciate it, Doug. Yeah, he's Paul's staying at the Twin Lakes Ice Creamery.
Creamery.
They have pretty good ice cream, Paul.
Creamery. Okay.
Yeah, the ice creamery. Yeah,
All
so
right.
they make ice cream. That place has been a bunch of different things. So he's at like an Airbnb. I've never eaten the food at the ice creamery, but I've had the ice cream. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times. It's pretty. I mean, it's ice cream. It's pretty good ice cream. I know I've seen the food, but I've never actually.
Okay.
Never actually
All
tried
right.
it. You seen the Twin Lakes Ice Creamery?
Yeah. It's not bad.
And then we'll make the trip
Cool,
down to
cool.
Bowling Green. Guess I got to figure out a place for us to eat in Bowling Green. A lot of options. A lot of different options for us to do. The question is, do we stay downtown or do we venture off? Do I take him by the old Revolution studio on campus? You know, we got all kinds of things. The Orange Room, Paul. Ooh, fancy.
There's a lot that you could do. There's a lot that you could do.
See, we could go to Western and see if our picture's still hanging on the wall. It was about 2 years ago when I saw it. And when I think I saw Brad in the fall, and I asked him if he'd removed it. And he says, no, it's never being removed as long as I'm still there.
It's going to be there forever.
Those poor kids.
Famous last words, Paul.
Yeah, don't say that now. I wish I still had my guy down at Western. He could maybe take us on a tour like the football facility or something. I don't think Cole's still got connections on that, but maybe I can pull it down. It might be kind of fun for it. What is happening in your room right now, Leroy?
London is yawning very loudly so that she can get some attention.
Okay, well, I think that's probably the cue to wrap it up then, right?
Yep.
Have a good week, Paul. Safe trip up. We'll see you on Friday. Leroy, safe trip over to Indy. Hope you guys have a great time.
Absolutely. See you guys.
That'll wrap us up. We'll see you next week.